we'll see Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons versus Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints.
Summer drawing to a close here in the Southeast. The roof is closed at the wondrous Mercedes-Benz Stadium due to the hot temps still outside here in downtown Atlanta. Today we've got an NFC South matchup as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he returns this to the 22. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Right to the air is Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throwing on first down is Carr, escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From nearby Norcross, Georgia, it's Alvin Kamara. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a play fake. Carr sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. I think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 2nd and 9. Looking to throw it here. Ridder. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Ritter to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ritter. And his pass incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Ritter now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And, oh, what a catch at the 2.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
And this time, he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Play action. Now it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On play action, now Carr rolling to his right.
He completes it to Olave.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
These two teams all tied after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action.
On second down, here's the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Third and 12. Ritter back to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Being chased out left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, he's had some success running the football today instead of throwing it. He's outside of the pocket there. I thought he might tuck it and run. Instead, he throws the pick 6.
Yeah, and I think you're spot on with your thought process there, partner, because in this ball game, his legs have done more damage than his arm. He tried it again to no avail.
Koo now for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Carr. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Bud Dupree. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Carr now to throw. He'll buy some time right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way. He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a deep.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front, and can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
2nd and 10. Here's Ritter. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at the 45. On play action, they'll throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Arnold Ebiketie. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Here's Lou Hedley now.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Here's 2nd and 10. Robinson on a give right side. Now inside the 25. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Ritter.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Coup for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Carr. Flushed out right.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw, it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Flush to his right. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Here we go with Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, Carr. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Dancing to his left. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ritter now on second down.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their 35-yard line.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, here's Ritter. Short throw.
Now the ball comes loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Forced out to his left.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now Carr on the bootleg, rolling to his left.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Carr going to throw.
Olave holds it in.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Ritter from the gun on third down.
This one left side caught by Patterson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Ritter to throw on first down. Short throw caught by Pitts.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ritter from the gun. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot. I'm glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Here's Carr to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On first down, Ritter.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, Now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll give it to Pat. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Carr rolling to his right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 1st down is Carr, escaping the pressure right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. The Carr's throw caught by Olave. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Carr. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. Kamara up the middle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Ritter to throw it. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Ritter now.
Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson.
And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Robinson not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Back to throw. Ritter.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Q knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
This is 1st and 10. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Carr to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Richie Grant. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.